What's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hot Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building, I got a friend and a partner to the show off in this thing. New Orleans own, the legend himself. Hey, Fiend, what's good with it, boss?
Everything's solid, man. Awesome to see you, my friend, my brothers. Awesome
as always, man. You know, Fiend, first of all, you know, we were just talking offline when I had to tell you that I got a little pissed off when that Thank God It's Fiend came out after the last time we talked. And I didn't get a chance to share with the world my thoughts on that album and how crazy it was, man. Can you talk to me about the reception of that Thank God It's Fiend and what that was like, giving your people and your fan base some new Fiend that was on a whole nother damn level?
Hey, man, first of all, I'm happy that you got a chance to check out the project.
Yes, sir.
I felt like when I recorded it, it's a feeling of I can't believe I'm in this little vibe, this zone, and then you get into a zone that you don't want to share it because it's like I can't share this just yet. So I'll be selfish with it, right, until it's all the way right. And when I got it right, I was ready to give it to the world. And the project is dope, man. It's I went through every emotion on this project. I was happy, I was sad, I was up, I was down, I cried.
My God.
You heard me? I was mad, you know, just on some real life stuff, you feel me? And I appreciated it because I really processed this time in my life that this music has been my therapist. And I never really known how much it was therapy for me to get it out.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like this project is a dope. I've seen a lot of people go through. We jamming, right? We jamming like the fuck, right? But for some reason, man, I always glimpse into. It's a bigger vibration when somebody be like, "This means something to me," or "This got me through something." Yeah. Because I like to jam too. I want calls going by banging my fucking music too. But I saw direct messages on Twitter, and Instagram. Of fellow brothers like our age, right? And full emotional tears and
my God.
Yeah, like and it just made me say, like, just think about this. You could have not recorded that. Look how far we come. You could have not recorded that and expressed yourself how you express. You could have not freestyled half of that verse. And put yourself in a box and just I'm gonna just write. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for the process, the bridge, the vessel. I'm grateful for the creator. I'm grateful for my experiences of putting this body and work together. Because from top to bottom, it's an experience, it's a vibe. And if you've been on anything I've ever been doing, it's worth visiting.
Exactly.
It's worth visiting.
When you think about the hundreds of thousands and millions of views and, you know, streams that this thing got, what was that like when you saw the reception to the music and the audience saying, "Thank God It's Fiend"?
Man, the reception from the people, man, is a validation which is not needed, but it's appreciated. To know that you got your point across. Thank God It's Fiend is. In my conversation, in my dialogue, when I say you, me, whatever, if I'm giving some advice or just sharing some thoughts, I'm always realistically also talking to myself. So thank God It's Fiend is like, thank God I ain't get finesse. Thank God for family. Thank God I found myself. Thank God I ain't forget myself.
Come on.
Those were what the project really mean. I inserted my name just to use myself as example.
Facts.
Thank God It's B-High.
Come on now.
Thank God It's E. Thank God It's Marcy.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like thank God I found me. Thank God I reminded myself of me. Because out here the world has its own perception and how I want to perceive you. And your whole purpose is to find you, learn you, and be you.
Come on now.
So that's all what this project was. And
Make UGK proud, man.
God, man.
That visual was hard as hell. That was another trunk rattler. And I had to crank that stereo all the way up when I rode around the A-Town of that thing, man. Come on, Fiend. What was it that made you say, "Let me make UGK proud of this thing"?
I felt like when I heard the beat produced by The Regime, I just felt like, man, man, if Pimp heard this motherfucker right here, you know what I'm saying? And then I said to myself, could you imagine Pimp, Bun, Smoke D, like having this in the thick of what they were doing like in 2021, 2022?
Yeah.
So I just did my humble approach of just a kid walking to school, listening to them on cassette. How can I give just a small rendition of expression of just where this vibe is taking me? You know what I mean? Hey, for the record, I got a remix with Smoke D on that thing.
My God.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this man wordplay is just unbelievable, bro. Shout out to Long Live Bun B. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Rest in paradise, Pimp C.
That's
hey,
right,
bro. Like, my God.
Fiend, take me back to that kid with that cassette deck listening to UGK. What was that like? Being a fan of UGK, then eventually working with K, but then laying a smack down yourself in the game and being regarded in the same levels that UGK is being regarded.
Man, to even be to even be a kid coming up to listening to your favorite people, to having the blessing to be able to work with them.
Yeah.
Let alone to build camaraderie, friendship, and a brotherhood with these super legend, historical walking beings. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I'm grateful. I'm super humbled and honored. You know what I'm saying? Because I was walking to school, listening to them on cassette, hoping not to get jumped at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, wearing my brother A-Ball jacket, hoping not to get robbed.
Come
on. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to this. I started walking from school to avoid my statistic rate of me getting jumped randomly, just because it was such a common thing there.
Yeah,
it wasn't just pick on Jones.
Yeah,
it was
going to fuck down everywhere.
Fucking body can. Yeah, so I said the walks and the music I just blocked out. Yeah, and I just was listening to my UGK, listening to my what's the name of the soundtrack? Minister Society.
My God.
I just was going through these vibes and I was listening to the grown-ups, not really seeing myself in these shoes because they was talking some grown-up shit.
Facts.
But I was in the back seat of those cars listening and riding with them. Yeah. Like a lot of guys grew up and a lot of girls grew up listening to me. And it's life-changing. I work with Pimp, I work with Bun, and now I have an opportunity to work with Smoke, and it's super humbling, bro.
What was it like going from being a fan to being a comrade, though, man? What was that whole transition like?
Man, to be able to be in the same room with these greats, and to be, whether or not to even be acknowledged, similar, close to, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's rewarding. You know what I'm saying? It's super rewarding because you can say it all you want. Yeah. But you just don't see it, especially when they had that type of impact on your life. Same as I look at with Snoop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I bought Doggy Style on cassette, on CD. I remember loaning my shit to somebody that went to Mac Main. I don't know what friend it was. I was like, look, man, you got to bring my motherfucking Snoop Dogg. Yeah. You heard me? Like I listen to this every day. It's still super, like, a little surreal. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But my bad, but the friendships made it beyond realistic. But it's always an eye-opener when you come around family or go around family and they see you with these people. Yeah. And they know what they meant to you, or know what they meant to them, and see y'all just standing, you know, shoulder to shoulder, chopping up on some shit, you know what I mean?
But then you go on to become a legend in your own right, Fiend. So what is that like when you start laying the smack down in the game and building your buzz and your fan base? Did you feel like the stuff that you were saying on them tracks would be something that would have you performing for the next 20-something years straight? Man. And did you feel like it was going to resonate with that audience to where it would evoke that same emotion that they got 20 years prior, 20 years later?
You know what? I'm just starting to worry about what I'm going to say in music. Like, what I'm going to say. Oh, this should be dope to them. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about all that. It was therapy. Yeah. Like, I was able to get it out of me and I realized that I was so good I may be able to change the trajectory of wealth in my family. I just didn't give a fuck, and I mean that in the most positive way I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was in a zone, I expressed it, I recorded it, and it ended up being dope vibes. But to be 20 plus years later, I'm just happy I wrote it down and wrote about it, because I could have kept it all in those life, all that life within you, trauma, the good times, everything, and it just would have been, you know, maybe some conversations at the barbershop, opposed to building a small congregation of people that's been getting through something for over 20 years.
That's right. All you can get with Serve On, man. My God.
Shout out to Raphael, RJ2 on the production.
That was another nasty mofo right there, Fiend.
I'll never forget Serve face, man. Serve like, you gonna let me get on this? This the one right here? I was like, yeah, man. And to see him honored, listening to the chorus and just processing that, that felt good.
Yeah.
For people to have been doing as long as they have, and they could be moved or inspired.
Yeah.
I love that.
When I heard that hook, I was like, you know what, Fiend just ain't missed a step or beating this thing. And I mean, he's just still out here raising hell. That was another one of the malls I had to put on repeating this thing, Fiend.
A lot of real guys in the streets call me about that song.
Come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they make mixtapes in little cities that got big players in it.
Yeah.
And like they were like, look, man, look, bro, you on that mixtape over here, this is all you can get with Serve, man. God damn, man.
Exactly.
And I'm like, bro? Like, bro. I remember the chorus, and I couldn't get away from the chorus. And it went from there.
Being able to get back in there with Serve and then shooting the video with the man at the same time too, man. I mean, is it reminiscent of the old days, or is it just, you know, the same thing still pushing forward?
You know what? Crazy you should mention that. I don't believe me and Serve have ever had a music video together. And throughout our careers or our tenure during the infamous #1 independent rap label in the world, No Limit Records at the time.
That's right.
But it was good to do, and he was eager to do it, and I was excited off of that. We met up and we put that in the pot and let it gel. Yeah. And that's what it was. So this project, it mean a lot, because a lot of envelopes was pushed even in today's time, during the COVID and people figuring things out, that it kind of like lit a fire underneath us all over again.
Yeah. Okay, you spoke earlier about Snoop and that Doggy Style, and I got to hit you with that Woof too for the fans. I mean, that was one of those songs right there. Can you take me through you, Mystical, and Snoop Dogg putting another classic joint together that is still ringing bells in this thing?
Hey, for the record, I performed that bitch at the 425 ATL on Martin Luther King last night.
My God.
Shout out to Mr. John, Lil John, the whole crew. You heard me, all them boys from Detroit. Also, I appreciate y'all doing this song to this day. I'm just happy we did it. I remember Snoop saying, that nigga saying, hard as a motherfucker, cuz. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I want some shit. I want to do some shit like something like that in my own way. And we end up coming up with Woof. And some of the best times in the studio was with Snoop as being a fan and an artist. Yeah. I really enjoyed the sessions with Snoop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Woof was big. Mystical came in and played clean house and did his part, and I never forget. He was like, man, we about to gotta do a video for this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I won't forget this, because I was in LA. We shot a video. This is like I had my own trailer. You know what I'm saying? This is a Snoop Dogg's video. And I'm on a single for Snoop Dogg. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So I was like, I had a lot of perks that day. Not Percocets. Perks in the game that allow me to have amenities on the set of the video, not Percocets. I just want to put that out there, not knocking no one. I just want to put that in the air.
I'm with you. So, I mean, can you speak to when Snoop touched down at No Limit, and what kind of game were you able to get from him too?
Snoop Dogg arriving to No Limit Records was when you already was good at your job, but now you have a chance to be an intern at your job and still be great, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got a chance to learn something. You thought you was doing some shit.
Yeah.
You really about to add on to your thing. You know, Snoop taught me a lot of personal techniques in the studio that I apply today when I need certain expressions of me to be of his best ability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the studio booth, he taught me like you can have some friends in the booth, you can have your people in the booth with you, cuz. He like, cause you need to be rapping it to somebody. Cause you ain't just in the booth rapping. When somebody in the car, they need to be listening to you like, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So I love that. He gave a lot of advice, and then I used to dig too with Snoop in the studio, is he could not be on the song lyrically, but he'll love the vibe so much as passing by and be like, man, y'all jamming like a motherfucker here. Yeah. And he'll be like, I'll be like, you mind put some ad-libs on here? Like I ain't never asked nobody to put ad-libs just on a song. And he did that. We did We for Mean Green with me and Mac. You know what I'm saying? Mac is home for those who don't know, who've been under a rock, or who just got out of a fucked up relationship and she had you so fucked up, you just don't realize what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to say Mac is home from jail. Corey Miller coming home soon. That's vice versa. That vice is unisex too. That don't just go for fellas. Yeah.
You know what? With that line you just said, I got a couple follow-ups to that thing. The first one, Mac home. How does that feel having a Tank Dog back in the house, man?
Hey, bro, he is a one-of-one. McKinley Phipps is a one-on-one.
Yeah.
And I'm happy we've been rewarded his company and friendship this close again.
Yeah.
Without the restrictions of being in the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm totally overwhelmed and grateful.
How was it for you seeing your homeboy locked down for 20 summers, man? My God.
I was fucked up. I was fucked up. Didn't know how to help him. Yeah. Didn't know how to help myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here I'm thinking I'm free, but mentally I'm not because of trauma.
Yeah.
The music industry did fuck me up. Trauma in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So I was fucked up. I was scared to visit him for the longest. I thought they was gonna keep my ass over just, you know, things that bump in the night. You know what I'm saying? So that was just paranoid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember writing him on a yellow notepad. The security guard let me write him a letter. I had drove one of his sisters to see him when he first got incarcerated, just trying to figure out what's going on. And I remember I got her there late, a little late. I was so fucking mad with myself. Yeah. I didn't want to bring the energy onto her because we're driving back with each other too, you feel me? I was so fucking mad with myself. And I asked the guard, man, hey bro, can I write him something? Because I can't talk, I can't see him now. Yeah. Can I write him something, bro? Would you reach him this? And crazy, I have never asked him, did he get that letter? I'm going to ask him when we get out of there, I'm going to ask him, did you ever get that piece of yellow paper I wrote to you on when I brought your sister? But I was fucked up. I was fucked up when Cain and Abel went as well. Didn't know how to help. You know, the circumstances you know very little of as well. Yeah. So you almost like an outsider. Yeah. Looking in. But by the grace of the Creator in the universe and our ancestors, these brothers are home. Yeah. And Corey Miller be home too as well. So keep him in your prayers too. We got Mac home. Do not mean we stop rooting, supporting, praying, and supporting for Corey Miller. That's right. For Christopher Dorsey, BG, and a lot of other brothers and sisters that are wrongfully accused and incarcerated against their will.
That's right. Yeah. Have you and Mac been able to jam since he touched down, man?
Yes.
Talk to me, man.
Yes. I ain't gonna let the cat out the bag. But I will say this here. we got in the studio and recorded recently.
Yeah.
We just been hanging out since he been home. And that's been, every time I get around him, I feel like recording or getting an interview is so little on my list.
Yeah.
To just be in your presence and just catching up.
Exactly.
But we definitely recorded something. For the record, I'm still thinking about alternating my verse.
Yeah.
For the fact that I wrote it on the spot. But if I don't change it, it's all good. But I'm gonna just say this here. We not on the song by ourselves.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna just leave it there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Seeing Mac after all that time, was he changed any from the Mac you knew as a young man to this grown man that came out? What was the difference in him that you saw and you noticed immediately?
Mac has evolved into some type of a supernova. He already was a special, his whole family are special and beautiful people.
Yeah.
Sisters, brothers, mother, father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His wife. They all are unique in their own way.
That's right.
But the Phipps have always been special, beautiful people. And Mac has evolved some type of supernova. Mac played all kind of instruments.
My God.
And he's super mature because he's seen life and he know every type of person that there is because he's seen them for the last 21 years.
That's right.
He got a chance to study people. So he's definitely has a lot of wisdom. But as the personality and the beautiful individual is him, that young kid that was scared to do things like 7 or 8 years old,
yeah,
that's still there. And that's a blessing for that didn't to wither away and crawl away and die over her circumstances.
That's right.
He is a very, very unique individual. So happy to call him my friend.
Yes, sir.
And happy to experience and be around him because it's life-changing. It's really, really life-changing. I don't think I've ever witnessed something like this for someone to endure what they've had to endure. And I always joke about this. I could talk to Mac. I said, I talked to Mac the other day. He's like, man, how you doing? This was when he was still incarcerated.
Yeah.
I said, man, this motherfucker sound like he on a grill barbecue and some fucking way. His spirits are always up. You know, he's always positive, and he's always cracking jokes. Yeah. So so grateful that he's had that type of courage, that type of superhero within him this whole time.
I'm with you. To piggyback off of something else you said, you were like, if you was in a relationship, you've been up under a rock for the last decade or so. Speaking of relationships, Will and Jada, the Oscars. The slap heard across the world with Chris Rock.
He said the slap heard across the world.
The slap heard across the world.
Right.
What were your thoughts when you saw that, Fiend?
My first thoughts was of the physical in my flesh. And I was shocked like everybody else.
My God. The
reality of what I know better is I really consider it was some of the greatest acting I've seen on live TV. You know what I'm saying? That was my conclusion. Okay, with that being your conclusion then, how do you feel about it running around the world 10 times in a row through social media and everything else and everybody having an opinion or something to say about it? That's what it was designed for. Yeah. That's what it was designed for. Tupac said, all eyes on me. And that's what that was. This was something that they knew that was going to keep the attention of people, and I think I believe that's what it was. Yeah. I believe it's what it was. I saw, we've all seen some encounters of things. Yeah. And men don't react certain kind of ways, and emotionally, I've never witnessed nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So it was acting. I'm conclusive on this. We can challenge, gamble on this, however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I think it was acting. So, talk to me from an actor standpoint. Then, how do you act that well and then have to deal with the repercussions of public opinion to follow that action? when you decide to get in front of the camera, you are allowing yourself to be in the public scrutiny, and be, to be judged.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, go to IG or any type of social media and post anything about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Someone is going to have an issue with it.
Yes, sir.
I think that this was a great way to, I don't know what their main agenda was out this. I don't know, was it Chris Rock ain't hurting for money, and the Smiths aren't hurting for money.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not, but my gut tell me that was acting. My gut, man, like, it ain't moving like that, bro. You heard me? It ain't moving like that. You heard me? And I think they succeeded with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I loved it. When I saw it, like I said, I'm going to agree with you on the acting part of it, because I was like, the reactions were just not human enough for me.
Wow.
Either Chris Rock is the most composed brother ever born.
No, bro.
You see what I'm saying? It's not that much composition in the world.
That man stuck his face out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They had to embrace, I got my space to see how much space I got on you.
Yeah.
And it was a swing, and it was a sound effect.
Ooh.
Right? And he took it there, and I saw he almost made a fist a little.
Yeah.
And then that was that.
Yeah.
That was that. And then he turned his back on a man he just slapped.
Ooh.
So, like, let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like,
no, you can't turn your back on the man you just slapped. You might as well host a show with him for the rest of the night.
Come on, man. So, and they're friends to some type of sort, right? Some type of, right? So, me personally, I don't know. I know a lot of animals out here, and I know a lot of people that, the godly people, spiritual people. I saw Will Smith jamming and partying with that Oscar later.
Yeah.
He don't run me as a person that would have sat well with him.
Yeah, having to slap somebody like that.
So much,
Yeah.
I'm just me.
Yeah.
I know that's his woman and things like that, and I still don't have a dog in his race.
Yeah.
It's just my observation, though. He wouldn't have been partying. He'd have been in guilt somewhere, sitting in his room trying to figure how they were going to, the publicists trying to figure how are we going to diffuse it. They'd Olivia Pope that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody did. I was like, I got it.
With that being said, though, Fiend, with them, let's say they are acting, how do you think that affects the public and the people that have to see that? Because the question is, okay, are more people gonna get slapped out of nowhere while they on stage after they saw that? Niggas gonna be trying to defend their wife at the drop of a hat? You see what I'm saying?
Listen.
Talk to me.
Listen. Whatever you've been doing, keep doing that shit.
Yeah.
Don't let this ain't what you want. Like, you hear me? Like, this ain't what we doing because they got repercussions to this shit. That's TV. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
You hear me? I'll never tell a man not to, you hear me? I just think that, I think in 12, 13 days, people forget.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
And then what do you think about the narrative where they said that Will has just been going through so much with his masculinity being, beat down over different situations happening that, he just got fed up and had to stand up and lay the smack down.
So I'm still on my boy because he cracking jokes.
Ooh. But his wife, he laughed at first and he looked over at his wife and she was like, ah.
She laughed too.
Yeah.
And then she had just also had some content that was out there showing her confidence of how she felt about her haircut, which looks great on her.
Yeah, it does. Because everybody can't do that.
Hey, and also if she's going through something, dealing with because of hair loss or whatever, my most sincerest prayers and support go toward Mrs. Smith. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't want to play with nobody, but I think Hollywood give you really tough skin.
That's
and
real.
I think people are really, really used to Chris Rock, knowing that he's going to go there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got tired. Yeah. I just think that at this age, more thoughts are calculated.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I'm with you.
So I'm gonna say great acting, Will. Great acting, Chris Rock. Appreciate that for turning that up for the culture.
Yeah, they did that.
So that's my analogy of it.
I'm with you on that. On another note, Fiend, that No Limit reunion tour. I mean, selling out arenas all over the globe again, Fiend.
Atlanta, Georgia showed.
Come on.
Hey, bro, I don't know if y'all noticed or not. We had like 22,500 plus people in the arena here in Atlanta, Georgia. No issues, no negativity. Shout out to everybody that came out, right? Shout out to everybody who wanted to come out.
Come on.
Shout out to everybody from the Jermaine Dupri's, the Key Sweats, T.I. Tiny. Shout out to Skip, UTP Skip, Black and Mild. You hear me? Black and Mild, you a genius. You hear me? Shout out to everybody that we seen backstage that came and just supported and just wanted to show some love. I really, really thoroughly appreciate you. You don't know how good it makes us feel to see you make that extra step to come support something. It really goes a long way. And I appreciate you all, everybody that came out there, because we shut it down. It was Atlanta, New Orleans, and all the surrounding areas in that building. It was something special, bro.
Fiend, what goes through your mind, though, man? It's 2021, okay? And it's an arena, and do you feel like you're in a damn time warp or something? Like you see what I'm saying? Because the times ain't changed if you doing that 20 years later. It's the same damn thing.
For one, it was just that fucking good.
Yeah.
And you can't second guess your product. You can't second guess your expression.
Yeah.
You can't second guess you.
That's right.
So it felt like a big reunion to reunite with people that's cut from that same cloth.
That's right.
Them 22,500 plus, these cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Whether they attended or not, if they was aware and alert and tuned in,
yeah, we
all come from the same cloth. We come from an era to be here alone is a reward.
That's right.
So it felt good to celebrate. You know, I felt like everybody had the same birthday that day. Oh, your birthday? Your birthday too? My birthday too? It's my birthday. Yeah, it felt like that. And we all celebrated one big-ass party.
You hitting that stage, though, Fiend, what does that do to your mind when you go out there and you cranking that thing up, and I mean, you having the time of your damn life, man? What is that feeling that you get? Do you get the same feeling that you used to get, or is it a different feeling now?
About the fuck time.
Ooh.
About that fuck time.
My God.
You hear me?
Yeah.
About the fuck time. You know what I'm saying? I don't play with this shit, but I play with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I love it.
That's right.
And I feel like this is overdue for people to be able to enjoy what they've supported every week, every 2 weeks. You know, took school money allowances, skipped class, you know what I'm saying, was in gangs and football practices, and, you know, to this music. It felt good to reunite with these people that allowed me to ride in their cars and their headsets all these years, and just, you know, that genuinely support us for so long.
That's right.
It felt like all this time just for me to come say thank you back to you. You feel me?
Exactly. Was it a reunion backstage as well?
It is. Some things are going to be a little awkward because healing is a responsibility of self. But still in all, the presence of everybody, certain things take time. I tell people all the time, time don't heal all, it heals some things. You know what I'm saying? But I witnessed something the other day that I didn't think, not to say I'm rushing to go off nowhere, but I didn't think I would live to witness something the other day that I was overwhelmed by, of what time could heal. And a conversation with some people that I'm just grateful, so grateful, bro. Like,
I mean, can you share any of it?
I really wish I could. I really wish I could. I just want to put that out there, just to know that it's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to know it's possible.
Thanks.
And it's gonna sound crazy to you, bro, but it's just money, bro.
I'm with you.
I don't
I'm
mean,
with you
I don't
100,000.
I don't mean it like a super rich nigga talking to you on some. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it like that. I just mean it like my dad used to always say, Ricky, even a dime can block out the sun. And I share that with you, hoping that anyone can apply that to themselves, because don't let shiny things or a dollar or money keep you away from the light where you really need to be.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
You spoke earlier about the trauma of the music industry and life in general. When you think about the music industry, Fiend, what were the things that were traumatic to you that you had to get over that the game did to you?
Bruh. You know, at the end of the day, it started so young. We little boys and little girls, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? Teenagers and shit.
Facts.
Trust could be gone forever.
Mm.
You know, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Man, trust, confidence, paranoia.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You snapping in this thing, bro.
I'm just saying, police, feds following you, you know, wanting to connect you with people, you know. A lot of shit could be traumatizing, you know, I'm just trying to get a rental car. You know, U.S. Marshals walk up on me, show their badge, you know. I'm just out here working, you feel me? You dig, but you know, shit, you can go through the bag, you feel me? Like, you know, how long y'all been following me? You hear me? Yeah, so that type of stuff.
What went through your mind when you look up and you got the feds on your ass and all you want to do is sing your song and please your fans?
I'm happy they show their face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'll be happy. Yeah, I was happy that, you know, I was happy they let me know they was there.
Yeah.
Because it allowed me to have a dose of reality of knowing that you don't have to be doing anything. You could be at the wrong place, wrong time.
Facts.
Wrong people, wrong time.
Facts.
Yeah, so, yeah.
You spoke on confidence as well. At what time did you have to regain your confidence, and what the hell did you do to bring it back?
A man to question his confidence when it comes down to filling the icebox, and what he chooses to do isn't filling the icebox. What his purpose is in life isn't filling the icebox. You know, so you question things that you would never question.
You start with that one thing.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it funky. Like you asking me, this took me to a real place.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm with you.
Yeah, and you can't stop. If it don't kill me, if it don't make somebody pull out an insurance policy on me,
yeah,
it's just a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And I choose to keep moving and keep my feet moving, and I had to learn not to take it personal, take it in paper.
Yeah. And
just be cool with learning, always cool with learning. I should never be the smartest, brother in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If so, I can monitor my time in the room.
That's right.
Because I need to use this time wisely.
Facts.
Learn every chance I get, you know what I mean?
You ain't never lied. Now it brings me to another question. In hip hop, I know y'all had to deal with it with Soulja Slim up close and personal, but in this day and age with hip hop, we got a lot of artists dying. Like it's becoming commonplace nowadays.
Targeted. I don't want to cut your question.
No, say what you feel.
I really feel like somebody gonna play with the wrong one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm saddened by Young Dolph. I'm saddened. I've been working with Dolph 9 years back. I'm saddened, by a lot of brothers and sisters dying for fucking nothing. For fucking nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's beyond unfair that rappers are celebrated after you die. You know what I'm saying? I can't post or share things like, I don't want to celebrate your fucking death, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so confused by that shit. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just telling you, from my world, I don't want to celebrate your death. I don't know if I should be celebrating your homegoing. Why can't I just celebrate your birthday? And we just be good with that?
Yeah.
Or just celebrate one of the days that we had a memory we created that was great.
Facts.
But I think we have to change the narrative. I'm not celebrating the motherfucking day they took your life from me, nigga.
Yeah.
For what? Why am I letting this exist as a moment in our lives when we hold on to the fucking trauma and give it a holiday of the trauma? Not the birthday, not the day he got this law passed, not the day Martin did this, or, you know, we want to celebrate when they were fucking executed in broad daylight. It's confusing to me as a people.
My God.
And I'm not judging. I'm no one to judge. I'm in a space in my life I can't judge. I'm not worthy enough to judge.
Yeah.
But I have an opinion. And I think that we have to start changing the narrative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, we ain't had but this many deaths this year. I want to tell the city, whatever y'all doing, let's keep it up by lowering these unexplainable deaths. No one wants to celebrate when the horror is kept away. We keep giving energy and dates and moments and celebration to the trauma. So how can we get past it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And I'm gonna give you an observation I want you to think about. It's not the same as far as being, I would like to adapt that, because it's not the same reasons. But why you think they want to alleviate it in the books of slavery and stuff? Nigga want to tell you, man, get over that shit, which is real. Like, we do have to build a bridge and get over some things, but I can't erase the trauma.
Yeah.
You keep putting these fucking slave movies out, nigga. Won't you stop with them whole ass shits?
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing this shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Tired, my nigga. Tired. I'm like, show me as a pharaoh. Show me as a Fortune 500 company owning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Write me into billions.
Mansa
the TV
Musa.
show. Yeah. Let me be Mansa Musa in modern day. I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't care if it come off as being preachy. I just think it need to be said, man, like, there's nothing wrong with living. There's nothing wrong with celebrating somebody. And if we stay busy with worrying about how we could better ourselves, we won't process the nasty hate and greed that come in us of concerning ourselves with another motherfucker's pockets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
That's time consuming. It's okay to feel that you're human, but that means you have too much fucking time on your hands. You shouldn't, you're tainting yourself with an illustrious, fictitious hate. And that's not healthy.
How did you keep yourself alive all this time, Fiend? And what do you suggest that the youngsters coming up do now? Because I was talking to EJ, the DJ, the other day, and he said something that struck me and kind of hit me deep in my chest. He said, all the artists I'm growing up or I've been listening to, we ain't even going to be able to have no reunion concerts because ain't none of them going to be here.
Wow.
And I said, damn.
It's different eras, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you sex, drugs, and rock and roll isn't going to play its part in being unhealthy in some people's lives. I am just saying that just because you can't see being 40 years old if you're 18 don't mean that you shouldn't want to get there.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not gonna judge the youth. We was wild and reckless too, but it was a different time and space. And I feel like that's one thing about my music. I enjoyed if it wasn't me, I gave you all aspects of the coin. It just wasn't heads. It just wasn't tails.
Yeah.
And I just think that people like this dope artist here, Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
he's doing what he's doing. He's a great representation of saying that I think he's a perfect blend of today, tomorrow, and a glimpse of the past as far as how he carries himself.
I'm with you.
How QC, how P and Coach and Migos, that great organization over that period, are supporting their artists and nurturing their artists to stay out of trouble, grow, evolve, be wealthy, and change the trajectory of wealth. And maybe that'll change the trajectory of senseless deaths, wrongful doings, and jailings in your family and your community.
That's right.
Yeah.
On another note, when DMX passed, man, how did that impact your Fiend?
DMX passing, just like anyone great, that spiritual, it'll fuck you up. But DMX is of the flesh, and he gave us everything he can give us in his time and season, reason he was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
He was in pain. You know what I'm saying? He was in pain. He was traumatized, bro.
Yeah.
He was dealing with trauma, bro. Did you see that when he was 14 or 12, when the man reached him, something in a cigarette or dirty? You feel me? And he was saying he couldn't believe somebody that loved him or someone that cared for him would want to have him hooked on to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, the trauma. And everyone heals in their own way or numb it down their own way. And he was in pain. And he had, it don't make no one perfect or unperfect.
Yeah.
It's just who they are.
Yeah.
And I'm happy we got to experience such a great spirit and artist and a creative of culture as long as we did. Very, very grateful for that. Shout out to DY, Keisha, Alima, the entire Dean family, Papa Dean, Mama Dean. Shout out to, this is my favorite Deans. I love these people. Shout out to Rough Rider, you know what I'm saying? Like some of my favorite people in the world. I know that was a huge loss. Craig, what up, man? Kiss, what up? Style Chic, what up?
What's up?
Dragon, what up, man? Eve, what up? Yeah, it was big. I didn't get a chance to make the home going for him, but to know how he affected the world, very happy to witness that. You know what I'm saying? And to run across his path. Him and my daddy popped some Cristal in the club one night. I won't forget that shit. I like, Pops, what you doing? He said, man, a dude, X you just introduced me to, he talking about you want to pop some champagne with me. So me and him about to go over there and pop some Chris. If you need me, I'm going to be over, you know what I'm saying? Pops ain't know who Cat was, but he knew we was in the,
yeah.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fiend, when you think about your life and all of these freaky experiences, because I mean, everybody's not going to be able to say, you know, DMX, he was popping Chris with my dad in the damn club.
Right.
How do you feel in your memories museum when you look back over everything? Is it a fog? Does it seem unreal? Is it like yesterday?
These memories and these encounters and these experiences in my life, I'm super humbled. I get emotional a lot because I could not be here.
Yeah.
And it'll overflow so much, it probably will weird people out.
Yeah.
But I'm rejoicing on how God has protected and preserved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like a preservative. I really feel like God has preserved my life. The Creator, the ancestors, has just preserved my life, and I'm so grateful to be chosen, to be selected, to still be here and survive what we survive, and have my competence, you know, not be bitter, and still look forward to learning. A fog at sometimes it could be, because of course we regular things that come out of nowhere, right? But I'm grateful nonetheless, man. I'm so grateful nonetheless, bro. So grateful, bro. Everywhere I go, it's a new experience, remembering something. I remember I came out here and bought a car. Me and my brother Musa came out here, and I remember I was in a strip club. He was like, He like, tell her you just bought a $100,000 car. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I love this dude, bro.
Yeah.
I love this guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he just wants to see me ball. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro. And he's smiling.
Yeah.
And I also remember I found $40 in the ATM in the strip club. I thought I came up big. I don't know if that happened to a lot of people. Happened to me twice.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about, but I took the money. I felt like it was for me. Reparations, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, this is a short memory, I get off at driving back to Atlanta with the car. And I'm in Atlanta like 8 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I'm coming in Atlanta and I'm on Twitter and I said something on Twitter. Gucci hits me, right? Well, yeah, my boy, I just saw on Twitter, man, you here? Man, come to my studio, man. I'm like, my dog.
Yeah.
Right? He said, where you going? I said, I'm coming by you.
Yeah.
I pulls up with by his studio. He was in a firehouse or like a fire department.
I know what you're talking about.
So I'm like, man, it's just He's like, yeah, man, come on in, man, come on in. He locked the door, you know, sticks here, sticks there. You know, this is what we, you know, whatever, right? That's how we, you know. So I sit down and he got a young artist and he got an engineer that's trying to work with him, but he don't really, he's a little unfamiliar with it. But evidently he's, you know, trying to keep up and do some things. So I'm sitting like right here and Gucci's standing here, sitting down. The artist there, he going in the booth. And I just said to myself, man, let me get in for a second. Yeah. So I wanted to record him. He said, Fiend, you not work this shit? You know what? I said, yeah, I go do a little bit. Yeah. He's like, huh, bro? Man, so we recorded, knocked out whatever that was. He just ended up giving me the tour. Yeah. We talking and he running some stories, some wild stories. You know what I'm saying? And then we knocked out a song. I just was recalling just that type of stuff. Yeah. That didn't have no cameras on us. This how far back this was. Yeah. You know what I mean? This had to be like 2000 maybe. 11 maybe. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, man, like just one of great moments that, you know what I'm saying, like the camaraderie of just brothers, you know, that respect each other, that you wish the media could see that. Exactly. You know, this perspective.
What is it that you think allowed you to be one of those ones, Fiend? You know, everybody wants to be a drum major at some point of their life. You know, Dr. King called it the drum major instinct, but everybody doesn't get that opportunity to actually lead the band. What do you think it was so special about yourself and others like you that allowed you to be able to live this life expressing your talent and gift to its fullest capacity?
I really, in some aspects, I'm still learning what that is and how to do that. All these headshots I can't just take credit for. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
But I do think that leading has nothing to do with an ego. A leader, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's no such thing as an ego that's leading somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And I really think that's a space where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because to be able to lead, you have to also be able to play your part to follow at times.
That's right.
So that's where I'm at in my life, and I'm still learning that. And I really just think I was preserved, and I was showed favor. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed with a voice, which I've heard over the years, and then the subject matter of not having a cap on expressing myself. I didn't have a bigger concern if you liked it or liked me, opposed to me getting off what I eternally felt I had to get out me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And as an individual, I learned that I never change. I'm the same person. You know what I'm saying? Whether if you met me in 96, 98, 2022, I'm the same person. Shout out to DJ Paul. He always tell me that. Yes, he always tell me that, and he said that on what's this app called? Clubhouse. He invited me on Clubhouse for something. No, somebody told me Paul was on there for something, and they was honoring him for something on Clubhouse. Excuse me for the noise change or whatever. And he stopped this focus on him and put during the interview on Clubhouse. Just because they said I was on there and just I was saying what's up, and he expressed himself about our friendship, our brotherhood, and I was super honored and humbled to know that because of that time and space, that's how he felt he needed to express that right then and there. And I love that about my mom and my dad, not making me feel horrible behind me being vulnerable or gullible as a youth, not beating me up behind that, let me learn those lessons to know today that everyone can't get to know you personally. Everybody's not worth your space and time. But kids can get beaten up behind that and grow up to be even more cruel. So I think that's, you know what I mean, I'm gonna be nice. If I run across a bad person, they just didn't have, I didn't waste the opportunity. I just, you know, they wasn't worthy of it. Just keep it moving. I'm not gonna beat myself up no more on how I want to express myself about life, things, love. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident in that space in my life.
You brought up DJ Paul, that verses. What was going through your mind, Fiend?
One, I would have loved to have been there.
Head busters, that would have been a mother.
But I should have been there.
My God.
If I'd have known, and I would have went from there. Not like they should have. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
I wish I'd have been in time.
You would have pulled up.
I wish I'd have been in time. Like, man, Paul there, Juice there, Fiend there. You know what I'm saying? I could have did that. But it had to happen. The verses had to happen. First, I thought the matchup was a little odd. But they're still great super groups. But I thought it was a little odd. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a, you know, they had to be put together because of the melodicness. That had to be. Album sales and stuff like that too. I think the melodicness of it, you know what I'm saying? Is that a word? It's gonna be one today. It's gonna be one today.
I'ma ride with you.
It's gonna be one today, little bitch.
Let go.
You know what I'm saying? So the melodies and the monotonous of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like the little squabble and shit, I said to myself it had to happen, evidently, right? Because I didn't know that there was an undertone situation between them. So that was news to me. And I'm happy they was able to get it out of the system. No one got, you know, life injured to when that it's just that much deeper of a beef, deeper of a beef, and they moved on. Therapy, bro. They got their answers and moved on over some stuff that was in the line that I was oblivious to.
Who got that fire podcast, man?
I'm learning.
Talk to me.
I'm learning. Who Got That Fire? WGDF is a podcast TV show focused on everything dealing with the culture.
Facts.
We got some interviews we talking, and then some of the releases of the podcast is just me with expressions of time and spaces that I just want to share with people because I just feel like people are people are aiming to get through something.
Facts.
And I know in the mix of talking, I bring up a lot of trauma, but I guess I'm just processing people are really dealing with a lot of mental illness.
Okay, see, at the age you are now, with that hindsight being 2020, how do you feel like that trauma impacted Fiend? When you get a chance to have that alone time and you look, because see, sometimes you just running through that trauma.
I did.
You see what I'm saying? You ain't processing no trauma until you got alone time.
Hey, even today in 2022, I tell myself, you are responsible of healing yourself. Someone could have done something to you, but you are responsible of healing you. I deal with death in the family. I get busy. I get to working, cleaning up shit, you know, recording. I get to getting busy. I don't know if I just want to be focused on just that. But that's always been myself. So when it catch up with me, you know, I'm somewhere and it might hit me. I may be alone on the road. I might be on stage. Man, I was somewhere in Alabama, bro. I was in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, bro. And no bullshit, bro. I was in Birmingham, Alabama, and they got a couple of dancers half naked on this side of the club.
Yeah.
And I'm like in the middle where there's people, but behind me there are like 3 dancers. I'm rapping. I could have been doing sound. I was rapping at a concert.
Yeah.
So I'm rapping, doing my thing, and something hit me in the mix of one of the songs. I had to turn my back to the crowd, and good thing the dancers wasn't even looking. They was, you know,
doing their thing.
Man, I was full fucking teary. I was crying like a fucking 2-year-old.
My God.
To myself, bro. Like, real shit.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, like, oh my God, where's this coming from?
Yeah.
And it was performing, and it was the music. It was the If I Don't Gotta or something.
Oh,
it was
shit.
something.
Man, that'll get my ass right now. Yeah, like, I ain't riding, I'll ride to a
All
crack
of a
to
ghetto boy. It was something, bro. It was something, and I reflected on something, and I couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
And it was Waterworks, you heard me?
My God.
And I turned around, and I was like, you know what? God, I appreciate you let me get through without embarrassing myself.
Yeah.
You know, people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm
so I
with
turned
you.
around and just wiped my eyes and my face right quick, and by the time I made the 360,
Exactly.
I was back into another song or whatever.
I feel you.
But that's why I am who I am, like, you know what I'm saying? And the more comfortable I am with who I am, life is just that much better, you know what I'm saying? Most people out here just trying to numb who they really are. Because they're not ready to be with who they really are.
That's right.
So they're running from it. And that is an issue alone, you know? And it's okay, man. Like, hip-hop is morphing into a new something. And it's stay morphing into a new something. To me, I think it's always good to keep the standard of what we've been taught, whether it's dealing with podcasts, TV shows, anything, dealing with the culture, dealing with content. I think that it's cool that we have still some type of standard so we can know where to go from, and then we have how we remixed it or went and made it our own something, reinvented the wheel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How can they catch that podcast and also the music, anything else going on in tours? What's happening here?
Yeah. By all means, you can follow on all the social platforms, Who Got That Fire. There's WHODAT. You know what I'm saying? Who Got That? My bad. WHOGOTDAT Fire. Who Got That Fire? WGDF. It's on my YouTube page, Fiend. For his music, I'm working on projects Coolers in Session 3. And I got Thank God It's Fiend, the reboot. I'm working on that, you know what I'm saying, as far as remixes and adding some people. Yeah, shout out to so far Paul Wall on the Coolers in Session 3 project, Jay Worthy. And shout out to Smoke D, he's on the reboot.
What about the Bun? You ain't hollering at the Bun?
I'm gonna get with the Bun. That's Big Brother Almighty. I'm gonna get with Bun. He's been working, traveling. You know, he got a lot of things he's doing. He just celebrated a birthday, if I'm not mistaken, not so long ago. I'm gonna get with Bun, but just because you don't hear us on this one, don't mean you ain't gonna hear us on the next one. Yeah, shout out, long live Bun B.
Yes, sir.
One of the greatest to ever do it.
How can they contact you?
Contact me, man. Hit me on IG, 504-FIEND. That's 50-FIEND. For all business inquiries, you could contact Fiend Shows. That's FIENDSHOWS @gmail.com. I'm on TikTok. It might be Fiend, it might be International Jones. But if you follow my IG, you better tap into all that. And subscribe to my YouTube page, Fiend. Subscribe. Hit the bell, whatever how that go. Hit the bell, ring the bell, tap the bell, kettle bell, you know what I'm saying? Cow bell, just hit the bell, you know what I'm saying? And tap in because somebody awesome is this man right here, you know what I'm saying, is inspiring along with the 85 South show, along with the other shows out there doing. It's inspiring and also motivate me to go different places because I'm still an artist at hand. I don't want to mimic what nobody's doing.
Well, see, the podcast thing ain't what everybody's doing. That's like you saying, I don't want to be a rapper because everybody else was rapping.
I got you.
Podcasting is the new rap.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to sit it right there. I've been telling folks for a long ass time.
Thank you for
it's going to be more podcasters than rappers in the next 10 years.
Right, wow.
Why?
Okay.
You don't need no instrumental.
Right.
You don't need no engineer.
Right.
All you need is a mind and something to say.
Real shit.
You see what I'm saying? You don't even really need no damn microphone setup. You can do that shit in your phone.
I told you he was awesome.
You see what I'm saying?
He giving knowledge right now. You hear me? And it costs y'all nothing except for to hit the damn bell. You know what I'm saying? Hit the bell, subscribe to Beehive TV. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. You feel me?
Appreciate it.
Thank you for that, brother. For sure.
As always, you know I'm here for it, Fiend. Appreciate you coming through this thing.
Anytime, bro.
Wish you nothing but the best and much success.
Likewise, you and your family, my G.
Beehive Radio, shout it, Fiend. Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.
We gone.